From the beginning, we do not need to be fancy. The decisive phase of the counterattack at Dobropolye has begun, and is not for viewing flowers or taking selfies. This is the moment when all of Ukraine is forced to use all its strength to reverse the situation at Dobropolye, a hotspot on the defense map whose importance cannot be ignored even by militiamen looking at the map. According to Ukrainska Pravda, French President Emmanuel Macron and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky both affirmed that European countries are ready to support, but even if Ukraine is rescued, it must rely first on the strength of the Ukrainian army, AFU, not the solution of suing on social networks forever. In-depth analysis, causes, developments, strategies, international factors. 1. Tactical causes and strategic goals. Dobropolye, a key position. Dobropolye is located north of Pokrovsk, close to the highway connecting Kramatorsk, a vital defense route to the north. Whoever holds Dobropolye will have the advantage of expanding the attack or defending Pokrovsk more securely. Kiev's goal. The Ukrainian army AFU will launch a counterattack in the Dobropolye area, deploying a combined arms group including air and mechanized assault, attacking in the direction of Ivanovka, Nikanorovka, to Suvorovo, aiming to reach the Mayak-Novotoretskoye-Razino area. The goal is to cut off the deep thrust of the 51st Army of the Russian Federation Armed Forces, RFFAS, forcing Moscow's forces to withdraw from Novo-Alexandrovka and Grishino. International factors push up the tension. The West, especially France and the United States through Trump's words, encourage Europe to play a leading role in providing security for Ukraine, making it impossible for Ukraine to hesitate to counterattack. Actual developments of the war. The all-out battle around Pokrovsk is tilting, sometimes like hopping between firepower and panicked residents. Multi-dimensional battlefield in Pokrovsk. Moscow is advancing from many directions. In the north, it captures the southwest streets, crosses the E50 highway to the market center. In the north, it advances to the Uvaleny Park. In the south, it approaches the residential area with low-rise and wooden buildings. Through it runs a heavily fortified coal mine tunnel, one of the largest tunnel networks in Europe. Russia occupies about 2 square kilometers more. Continuous fighting. According to the General Staff of Ukraine, in 24 hours there were 122 clashes, 38 in the direction of Pokrovsk. Moscow used 6 missiles, 54 airstrikes, dropped 79 guided bombs, and deployed 1,970 suicide UAVs, along with 3,565 artillery strikes, a firestorm that would make people want to put on a raincoat to watch if they heard about it. Production of Russian Geron UAVs. Ukraine's main Directorate of Defense Intelligence, GUR, reported that Russia produces 2,700 Geron 2 or Shahed UAVs per month, not counting decoy UAVs, challenging the eyes and hearts of Ukraine's air defense. Specific and humorous illustrative examples. Let's say you draw a defense map. The bold red X's are the newly captured positions. The crossed out areas are the areas where the AFU is counterattacking. The attack arrow from Ivanovka through Nikanorovka to Suvorovo, a commander holding a map staring at the Geron UAV flying across the screen. You can add a comic shadow of a soldier asking, "Lieutenant, how many % has the UAV production increased today?" creating a slightly humorous but still serious effect. Results, significance of the war and the rear. 2. Temporary results. The AFU have not been able to abandon the captured points in Dobropolye because the Russian firepower is so strong. Counterattacks are difficult to sustain if they switch to slow defense, easily draining their strength. In the next 2 to 3 days from the time of publication, the developments in Dobropolye and Pokrovsk will decide the whole situation. Will the AFU hold firm, turn around, or retreat to preserve their forces? Strategic significance. Militarily, Dobropolye is the key to defending the Pokrovsk region. If it is lost forever. Diplomatically, success could strengthen Ukraine's position in post-war negotiations, especially ahead of the Trump-Putin summit. Moral. If the AFU succeeds, it will be a big boost to the resistance threshold. If it fails, it will be a deterrent link for Ukraine's next line of defense. Final part, summary and call to action. Summary. Opening of the war, Kiev launched a strong counterattack in Dobropolye since September 6th, using combined arms, targeting Dobropolye-Kramatorsk, cutting off the deep thrust of the Russian Federation army. Tense developments. Fighting spread in Pokrovsk, UAVs and Russian firepower were saturated. The Ukrainian army counterattacked in hopes of changing the situation, but the enemy's firepower was too strong. Strategic significance. Dobropolye is the key to defending the Pokrovsk region. If it is lost forever. Conclusion call to action. If you're watching this video and still sober after the initial battlefield news, hit like to feel like you're lifting the spirits of the soldiers at Dobropolye. Share this video so your friends and family can better understand the strategies and sacrifices out there, and don't forget to subscribe to the History&War channel, because every subscription is a promise. We'll continue to deliver insightful, accurate, and epic analysis, both humorous, gun-toting, and historically twisted, typical of the History&War community.